to the fifth part of this expose on the criminal operation known as the HalleluYAH Scriptures. This is proof positive that what they did in September and October was completely fraudulent. Now, what you're looking at here is you are looking at a receipt. Let's look at the date. It's 8/29/22, right? So we are in January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. This is the end of August right here. The time was 15:07. Where was this at? This was at Vineland, New Jersey, right? This is where their stolen house is at. Record number 3321. Then they deposited this, and what you're looking at here is the balance in their bank account. Now, why this is important is because 14 days later, they began a scam, and it looked just like this. This is the email that we got. They say we're begging for help. Now, I will give you guys a hint on exactly what they just bought. They just bought $235,000 worth of property, and they just refilled their bank accounts on the backs of the people yet again. Let's read this and let's look at the scam. Again, let's take the date. This date is September 14th, 2022. And let's look at this receipt. It is 8/29/2022 when they had an available balance of $403,805. Now let's read this, what they had to say. Shalom to our beloved supporters. We need your help urgently. We are on the move, and a company we paid to move the HalleluYAH Scriptures took the funds and ran off. I believe that is a 100% lie. I haven't seen any kind of action or any kind of payments out that would indicate that they lost any money whatsoever. What they were doing at this time is they were getting ready to purchase a house for $235,000. That would have drained their $400,000 down to a little bit lower than what they have. And Deborah Weiss or Deborah Wessel hates it when her account is under $200,000. It drives her absolutely nuts. Let's continue on. We are now in a situation that we need urgent help now and are pleading and begging the Father for help, as it has been so stressful and put so much pressure on the team. The enemy is so angry as we go into the next stage of the project's future. We are out of pocket for the funds that were donated for the move, which was in the thousands, and we cannot move the stock and get it set up for the next stage. We have 4 containers of stock to go, 20 pallets that fit into a 20-foot container on one on top of another. This is just to show you the type of truck is needed. What type of truck is needed? Or if we have several trucks and trailers to help, that would be wonderful and would take the stress off us as a team and project, and the battle would be won by the Father. In total, we have 70 pallets and some office furniture. Not much. We also have a forklift that can be used to load and also needs to be transported with no LPG tank. If we have to beg you for help, we will beg you on behalf of the Father and on our knees. We are very tired from the attacks, and most of the team are working up to 18 hours to get this work done. The Father is calling his people to help, and see who will fight for his word. We also need urgent donations for this move, as we have been taking stock bit by bit to postal agents who need to be kept stocked up for the orders, which have doubled and then doubled again daily, as our main warehouse has no stock. There is a huge hunger for his word, and we do not want to stop sending it out, but we have to cover costs of all this transport and really begging the Father for help. We do not like to beg or even ask, but truly we are on our knees for help. Can you kindly message us only if you can help, as we have little time for emails and are busy with so much work on our hands. We have looked at the receipts from Deborah Wessel's $11,000 a month spending spree. She is very busy. She's very, very, very busy. She's out at Huckleberry. She's out at pharmaceutical stores. She's out at knife shops. She is out at RV repair stops. She's there buying chemicals. She's there buying more organic food. She's buying more pharmaceuticals. All of this is a scam. Every bit of what she's saying right here, they had $400,000 in their account. What we need urgently, let's trucks with drivers. But if you have a large truck, we do have a driver. We need a large truck, but if you have a medium size or larger, please can you help? We need you for 2 days loading, traveling, and traveling back to where you live. The stock that needs to be moved is in New Jersey. We can pay for your time off and cover all costs. Really? How would you pay for all the costs when you had no money, right? This is how you guys could have figured out the scam long ago, and it's how I figured out the scam. None of this made any sense at all. What made even less sense is when I went to Deborah Wessel or Deborah Weiss or whatever her criminal name is, and I said, all you need to do is just call the police, and the police will file a report. Hold on. The police will file a report, sorry for the dogs, and you will get your money back. They did not want to do that. They refused that. So let's continue on. We really need help with all the costs to do this move, as we need the stock up, our postal agents, and get our main warehouse up. Now, this is what they just did, is they just stole $235,000. They just bought a brand new house the exact same time. So she had drained $235,000 out of her account, and now she's grifting to get all of that money back, and they landed a brand new house. A huge place, huge place. I found it. I found the realtor. I found the panel on the inside of the garage. The same stuff that matches all the pictures. Deborah Wessel is not very good at crime. She's been good for 13 years, but when people really start asking questions, there are a tremendous amount of holes. Now, continue on with this. We really need help with all the costs to do this move, as we need to stock up our postal agents and get our main warehouse up and going. The enemy has stopped this for close to 2 weeks. Please help the Father's word. We cannot hold this up any longer, as the needs are getting urgent for his word here and overseas. Be very assured that your donations are going to help this effort. No wages or lifestyles are funded. Can you help ASAP? If so, message us with your name, phone number. This is how she pulls all of this money in. If you cannot help, please consider donating to help this happen, as some drivers may need funds to leave their working job for 2 days and the fuel to travel, and also the small trips. We are endeavoring to stock up postal agents and need funds to keep going. Guys, the postal agent, they only have like 2 or 3 postal agents. They don't have a tremendous amount. They have one guy in the UK, they have one guy in Australia, they used to have people in the Philippines. I don't know if that's true anymore. This is all a facade. Their entire setup and the extent of what they are is completely messed up. Now, I want to go back again to this receipt. So remember, 8/29, when this company had $400,000 sitting in their account, then they ran this grift. But that's not all. Because after this, and they ripped off the people even more, then they went again on this day. Hold on. Right here. They sent out another email yet again on October 3rd. So about a month after they had $400,000 account, $400,000, they spent $235,000 on this house. And then if it wasn't enough that they had stolen more house and stolen all this property and ripped everybody off, they do it again. So on October 3rd right here, they sent out another email, and they are grifting these little rocks that come from supposedly Israel. And these rocks were delivered to them by James Block, is who they got these rocks from. I've seen it. And so this is where we need to draw a line in the sand. This is where this grift has to stop. Now, I've been talking to people in New Zealand, and there is a group of people that are, I guess New Zealand has a fraud people that are specifically for these kind of things. And so it appears that we are going to start working with these people, and whatever this fraud operation of New Zealand is, there's enough paperwork here that Deborah Wessel should easily do 25 years in prison for this kind of crime. And Robert Liu needs to be investigated as well. And it is very, very unfortunate that they're involved in this, but they have hooked up with somebody who is a criminal operation. And if you are in a criminal operation and you are turning a blind eye to it, you are as guilty as those who are running this criminal operation. Now, Shalom Weiss, Deborah Wessel, whatever her name is, she has convinced everybody this is the only word of our Creator, and she is the only one that can distribute this, and that has been her mindset for all of these years. That is why she has been able to steal with no conscience from the backs of our creators, people, in the millions, millions and millions and millions of dollars over the years. This woman has stolen. Did some of the word get out? Absolutely. Has lives been changed by the Hallelujah Scriptures? Yes, absolutely. But they stole the Scripture from the beginning, then they profited on it, and then they are amassing mass amounts of property. I probably won't expose the new location for a few more videos, probably another couple of days, but I have exactly where they're at. I have all of it. And I will prove to you that they paid for a house as they are tap dancing on the backs of you guys. And so now we know that they have a $400,000 house in New Jersey. We know that they have a $250,000 house, and I will leave that anonymous for now until I break this one open, and I will tell you exactly where they're at. But again, they lied to everybody, and all you have to do is search business records for the great books and great books, and they can't hide all of this stuff. And now that we found the hands of love, now that we found the great books, it's all exposed. Guys, this is a complete scam. Deborah Weiss, needs to be arrested by the New Zealand Fraud Department ASAP. If not, the Federal Bureau of Investigation needs to get on this because she's using dead people's accounts. She's using fictitious names. And one of the videos I'll expose here there's just so much stuff, guys. This is like getting Enron to you. There's so much stuff, but we will expose it all in the next little bit. Give me some time on this. Please pass these videos around. She's trying to strike every channel that we have. I woke up with another piles and piles and piles of YouTube strikes that I have to deal with today. So I don't know how long these channels will actually be on YouTube. This is all public information. It is all available online. So I'm not really doing anything other than exposing great evil. I hope you have a good day. I'm out.